for those people that just might not be aware of all the radiation that's in our environment, can you just clue us in a little bit about like where are some different sources that we're getting exposed to radiation just in our day-to-day experience, maybe in the office and out in the world?
Well, the ground is radioactive.
Okay.
And like out where we're in the Denver area, but a lot of other places, they use crushed granite to make concrete. Well, that crushed granite has certain levels of uranium and thorium and potassium in it. And these are actually naturally radioactive substances. And so there is a thing. And just being on certain areas is especially granite areas, you can get a lot of radiation. And also flying. Flying, you get radiation. But then there's also what they found out is people actually get 2 to 3 times more radiation flying than they use them measured because they never measured neutrons. Because all their measurement devices use ionizing radiation. That means it's positive or negatively charged radiation, right? Mm-hmm. Well, neutrons are neutral, so their detectors can't pick it up. So when they finally did do some neutron testing in high flying altitude, they found that, there was a significant neutron level. They didn't expect it would happen, but it was there.
Okay. What about cell phones?
Well, that's another thing. Those are what we call non-ionizing radiation. And they used to think, well, if that, basically radio frequency waves, microwaves, if it doesn't heat the body up, it's not going to cause a problem, right? Because it's obviously heating must be the reason. But actually what they've discovered is that the cells have voltage-gated channels. And that lets ions in, like calcium, potassium, and sodium ions. They're ionized charge. And so these voltage levels is what allows, your cell balance of those ions to be killed and thing. And what happens when you have certain microwave frequencies, especially what people call the 5G, it actually jams open those voltage-gated channels, so things leak in that shouldn't, or sometimes in some cells things leak out that shouldn't, and that causes large burdens of oxidative stress, which obviously then goes on to cause damage of the cells. Sorry, and so you want to check. I personally recommend if you have a computer in your house, not to use a 5G modem. Okay. You can get Ethernet and connect directly into your computer from the modem, and you don't have to do that. And anyway, by the time we actually get light fiber directly in your computer, and there'll be a lot of light fiber chips in your computer, it's like 10,000 times faster than 5G. So if you can get direct light fiber in a computer, who cares about 5G or 6G or 10G? It'll never be as fast as straight light fiber connection.
Okay. So cell phones, people carrying it in their pocket, down their pants, in their shirt, in their yoga pants. Like we've talked about this in other episodes of 360 Health Connections, but like a lot of men and women too, literally will put it in their yoga pants or in their pocket. And let's just talk about what's that doing to your organs?
Well, it's basically cooking them. You got the microwave cooking, but also it's jacking those voltage-gated channels. And another thing is in protein foldings. Proteins have to fold. Usually they're made, it's like that origami, the Japanese origami you see. Yeah. When the body makes them, they're like long, stretched out. Yep. That's why you can see me on the podcast there. And then the proteins fold, they're like origami. So they have to fold up into these things. And so if you have these these frequency waves messing with the cells, they can interfere with the proper folding of those proteins. And then that protein doesn't work, or even worse, can become toxic. And in any case, the body's got to take that non-functioning protein and haul it off to the trash can, the vesicles, to deal with it. So that's a real problem.
Yeah. Okay. So we've had other guests that have recommended, put your phone on airplane mode if you need to carry it around and you need it in your pants.
Oh yeah.
Just turn it off.
Yeah. There's another thing like with 5G. 5G antennas actually target you. So if you've got a phone and you're walking down there, you're basically being zapped by high energy pulses of 5G trying to connect with you. So actually there's little packages you can buy. You can put your phone in a little Ziploc baggie that is actually RF protected. So your phone can't call out and 5G can't even know it's there. And so you become invisible to the network and you can just walk around without getting cooked.
We're going to have to put a link in this show note about where people can buy those. Mm-hmm. We're not an affiliate for this product.
No, but it's out there though. And there's a lot of clothes too.
Helpful, yeah.
There's a lot of clothes.
Mm-hmm. There's a company called Lambs.
Lambs, I have bought product from them, but there's a bunch more where you can actually get hoodies and shirts and underwear. Underwear, that's important. And pants and stuff. So you can have a whole repertoire of 5G proof clothing. Mm-hmm. And they got little caps too you can put on. I bought one of those, so My brain doesn't cook. They actually did a scientific study and they found people that slept with those like 5G protected caps, everyone had incredible health benefits because it reduced.
Because you're sleeping with it?
Yeah, they're sleeping with it. And so their brains weren't being cooked by, because look, most people live in apartment houses or maybe they're living in houses right next to each other. Everybody's got a modem. Everybody's banned. I mean, when you turn your computer on, you just turn it on. There's like a list of modems that, all around you. So you're getting cooked everywhere, but when they put those little caps on, their brains weren't being exposed to the 5G, 4G, 3G radiation, and their health significantly improved.
You've given me something new to think about. I might have to get one.
Well, you're pretty far out in the woods here, so it's probably not too high. Yeah, in any case, turn your modem off at night if you're not using it.
Okay, that's a really good and useful tip. Thank you.